So hey Zeb, how can I watch it?
On YouTube. It's gonna be on YouTube.
Oh, okay. So that
I'll
link
send you
that
the link. I'm gonna send you the link for it.
oh, okay. So what's the link that you sent me earlier?
Yeah, we're doing the interview right now on private.
Oh, okay, for sure.
Yeah, and then it'll get shared out.
Okay.
All right. Today on the ropes, I have a very special guest. Now, how do you pronounce your first name?
Hi, Jayla.
Jayla Smith. Go by JJ or
I go by JJ.
now I gotta say, man, for the people that don't know, where you originally from?
Colorado.
Colorado. Now, what was it like growing up there?
It was cool. I've been there my whole life, and I feel like it was something I was supposed to do something different with it. Move somewhere else, try something different.
When did you develop the love for the sport of boxing?
When I was 14 years old, when I entered a MMA gym, and I actually like tried out to see if I was going to be interested in it or if it was going to be for self-defense.
Now, now was it your decision to get started with the sport of boxing?
It was my parents. They wanted us to be in a sport, and I was trying out for basketball and stuff, but I felt like I could have done more if I did a different sport. So I tried out for boxing, and then ever since I fell in love with it.
What was it like the first day in the gym for you?
It was fun. I had fun today. I knew I wanted to do it after that.
You know, just thinking about the sport of boxing, what do a lot of your peers and your friends think about you boxing?
They love it. They like seeing women's in boxing. They like looking up to me because I'm a hard worker. I work hard at it. I don't give up.
Now, I always wondered this, by you being the one who can fight, do a lot of your friends try to get you to fight for them?
I don't have friends like outside of boxing. I don't have like friends to hang out with like that. So I do online school, so I don't really have to worry about that. And I don't fight for friends because I'm not trying to catch no case.
No, I hear that. But you know how teenagers are. So I had to ask that question because I asked the guy boxers the same thing. So a lot of their friends want to box them and stuff like that. They were like, "Man, we'll hurt you, man. We got skills." So I always wondered that on the female side also as well. Do they have to go through that? Well, now outside of boxing, what are some of the interests that you have outside of the sport? Like, what do you like to do for fun outside of the sport of boxing?
I like to cook. I like to clean. I like to dance. I like to sing. I like to draw. I like to drive. I like to go to amusement parks. Like, there's a lot of stuff I like to do to stay busy, active, have a little bit of fun.
Now, what is your goals once you finish school?
Um, when I'm done with school, I'm gonna go to school for cosmetology. I'm gonna go to college for cosmetology, but also I want to be a world champion one day and a professional boxer. So
I want to get this story from you because you have a very story of never giving up. It's an interesting story where you went to like 4 nationals and didn't make it out the first round, and you kept going with the determination until it really popped for you at this year's nationals. Talk about that.
I just know for this tournament, I had to like change the game plan and go on with a different mindset and see like what I could work on and what I can improve on to see what I can get better on. And I just learned from it. I mean, I was still new at it, but now I'm still kind of new at it. But now I know like I have to like work more harder to be at the top.
Was there ever a point in time that you wanted to give up the sport of boxing?
I never thought like that mindset of giving up on the sport of boxing because at the end of the day, I know the sport's hard. So it's like pretty much I just like keep working forward and not giving up and just doing the best that I can and just see what I can get better on every day.
Going into this year's nationals, what was one of the things that you wanted to work on the most?
Um, Going into this nationals, what I wanted to work on the most was being more active, being more aggressive, not waiting as much, and like picking and choosing my shots. Just pretty much being like the person that I know I can be, and not like being one of those girls with being like a cupcake scared type.
I get it. Take me to this year's nationals, right? So, like you said, you went in with a different mindset. This is the first match. Previously, before that, you didn't get out the first round. Were you nervous going into your first fight at this year's nationals?
I wasn't nervous. I knew I could do it. I was more like prepared this time. Like I had a different game plan. Like I had it all set up how I wanted it to be. And like I didn't think about of it like, oh, I'm not gonna get past the first round. I was thinking about like I'm gonna beat everybody in my bracket.
Do you feel after that first win at nationals, it felt like it was a relief that you got the monkey off your back, and now you felt more relaxed after that?
Yeah.
Now, who was your first match at nationals this year?
Aaliyah Mendes.
What was the strategy going into that fight? Just outwork her?
Yeah, pretty much. And like hit her with power shots and to like see if she was gonna be able to handle my power and see if like she was gonna grab me or hold me or any of it.
Now, how many fights did you have in all at nationals?
Well, before I had went to nationals, I had like 18 fights.
18 fights?
Before I went to this coming nationals, I had 18 fights. Then when I went to nationals, I ended up with 21 fights.
21 fights. So you had 3 fights down at the nationals?
Yes.
Okay. Now the second fight was against Sierra.
Yes.
Now what was that fight like? Because with her being Under Armour Boxer of the Year, things was it a big pressure to go into that match?
It wasn't a big pressure because I didn't think about of how she was like boxer of the year or anything. I just knew like she was like one of their like favorite peoples, but I didn't think about it as like me taking it as like she she was gonna beat me. Like
You
I
didn't
went
go
in
into
there
the
and like
mindset
yeah,
of like I'm going to get beat. You went in there saying I'm going to get the win.
yeah, pretty much. I had that mindset where I was like, I'm not gonna listen to all the gossip and drama or whatever that was going on. I'm just gonna focus on me.
With that being said, when you got your hand raised, man, how excited and how proud are you were at that moment?
I was excited because I was like, I knew I could do it, and no one should ever doubt anybody.
Now, with that, after that fight with Sierra, you went into the finals, correct?
Yes.
What was the finals like for you? Because now you at this step to being a national champion. You went from going out the first round 4 years to now being in one fight away from being a national champion. Give me your thought process during that time.
It was, it felt great actually. Because I mean, I didn't get what I wanted because I wanted the number one, but I think I wanted it too much because I felt physically drained after fighting two back to back. Like it was literally my first time fighting back to back days. So I felt like the last day, I think I wanted to be number one so bad that I just like killed all my energy because I wanted it so bad. But if I wasn't like wanting it as bad, I could have dominated as I wanted. But I got number two, so it's not that far away from number one. I'll be there.
Now, will you be heading out to the JOs this year?
Yes, I will.
Oh wow! So I already know the goal is to take it all. So have you started looking at? Do you know who you're gonna have in your bracket at this point in time, or not till you get down there?
Well, I know who's gonna be in my bracket this time because we always look at the who's all registered and everything to see who's all gonna be going. So I'm aware of who's gonna be in my bracket because these are previous people that I fought already. So
Now, what is the strategy like when you face someone let's say not once, not twice, or maybe possibly for the third time, do you switch things up so they don't know your pattern of how you do things, or how does that work?
Well, how it works for me is I switch up everything. So I'll like if I'll see like if some like when every time I go into a different fight, I switch it up. Like I don't always go like with the same attitude. I go with like more of an attitude like I got this, like put twice as more work into it versus it being like soft and I don't care for it.
Now, is one of the goals for yourself to be a part of Team USA and be a part of that, possibly like the Olympics?
Yeah, I'm trying to get there for the 2024.
How hard is it to be a part of Team USA?
Cause you gotta work hard depending on how many people's in the bracket. So you gotta get past all of them to get to go with Team USA if you make the number one in the nation.
Now, with women's boxing compared to men's boxing, the money is not the same, of course. What are your thoughts on someone like a Carissa Shields, who's not getting the money like you say the guys in the sport of boxing, but she's undisputed and multiple world championship titles and still the money disparity in the sport? Does that something that worries you?
Um, I never really like looked at it like that. To be honest, like I never looked at it as like the money wise, cause I feel like I don't really know how to answer that.
Um,
Like,
you know, it's something like, you gotta, you know, not really thinking about the money, it is a man's sport, but at the end of the day, would it be fair for women to get paid as much as men? Yeah, but only time will tell, really.
Your dad right there.
yeah.
Hey, let me ask you, what's your thoughts on that, Dad?
I'm not gonna.
Honestly, I've been watching boxing, man, since I was a kid, and obviously, man, boxing is a man's sport. I'm not gonna lie. Um, but as evolution has proved, women can fight, women can bang, women are just as tough and as strong, and as their dedication and their will is just as strong as a man. You know, by the time she goes pro, do we want that kind of money? Absolutely. But that's what Clarissa Shields and Michaela Mayer and Jessica McCaskill and Cecilia Brakius and Sulem Urbina, Christy Martin, Layla Ali, Ann Wolf. Those are the women who, Martha Salazar. Those are the women who paved the way for women like my, young women like my daughter. So do I want to see it fair? Absolutely. Will it be fair? Only time will tell, Zeb. Honestly, man, only time will tell. But what I can tell you is, as you know, you're a boxing fan as well, man. People want to see knockouts,
That's
and
what they pay for.
that's what they pay for, and at the end of the day, a lot of people say there's not as much knockouts in women's boxing as there is men. And granted, that's correct, absolutely. But still, at the end of the day, whether you're a man or a woman, when you step in that squared circle, Zeb, man, your life is on the line, bro. Your life is on the line.
You depend on no one because you in that square circle by yourself.
By yourself. It ain't basketball. It's not baseball. It's not soccer. It's not a team sport. I'm just keeping it 100. It's not a team sport. So at the end of the day, there's no quarterback to blame for not making it to the finals or to the championship game. It solely falls on the coach and the fighter. So with the money issue with women, I do, man. I do. When by the time she get pro, I hope the paychecks are gonna be there. But if not, man, we're not really in it for the money. We in it for the glory. We're in it for the love of the sport. So with all the young ladies and all the women that are boxing, from Coach Juice, keep doing your thing. Keep working hard, and just keep pushing forward. That's all you can really do, you know. And by the time it's all said and done, women will make their mark, man. They're already making their mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you compare it, and then and then you compare it to UFC. Man, UFC's taking over. MMA's taking over. And it's
That's a
just
great point because they, with on the MMA side, they know how they can make the fights, but it seems like on the boxing side, it's hard. Well, look like it's starting to happen though. We starting to get them
and
the
my
fights
thing,
that we want.
right. And my thing is, my opinion on that, Zeb. I don't want to get too much into it because I don't want to. I don't want to place no blame. I don't want to do this. I'm
Correct.
not that type of dude. I'm not that type of guy. But I want to see, as a fan, I want to see the best fight the best, man. I understand that you're a prize fighter, but if just for instance, for example, when my daughter go to nationals, you can't pick and choose who you fight. If you registered in, that's who you got to fight. That's who's in your bracket. So at the end of the day, pro is totally different. It's a business. It's entertainment. But at the end of the day, man, yeah, I want to see those big fights as a boxing fan and as a boxing coach. I want to see the Gervantes with the Devin Haney's and the Ryan Garcias with the with the Shakur Stevensons, or Shakur Stevenson with whoever he wants. You know what I'm saying? Terrence Crawford with Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence. I want to see that. Will it happen? I don't know.
I don't know. That's the fight people want to see, but I doubt if it happened. To be honest.
Yeah, and like I said, with this national, with the incoming national that we had, in Shreveport, the game plan was simple. She think too much sometimes, and sometimes I'll be trying to tell her, hey, baby, you're one of the best. You can be one of the best in the world, but sometimes you just got to let it out of your mind and just put hands on people, and whatever happens. You gotta know how to take those L's like you take those W's. You know what I'm saying? So you win, you learn. You take an L, you learn. So either way, we gotta stay learning, man. So
I got to ask you, Coach, how proud of you are of your daughter never giving up, man. You saw what she went through with the previous nationals, and to see how she shined this year, man. How proud of you are you?
Man, it's Zeb. It was, man. I low key cried. I ain't gonna lie. I cried when I cried when I was in the shower, man. Like, man, I just can't believe she did it. I knew she could, man. It was our plan. It was something that we wanted, and so much taking so many L's, it can mess with you up there in the mind. You know what I'm saying? It make you rethink if you're meant for this. It make you think. It can make you think: are you good enough? Are you strong enough? Are you dedicated enough? And I was extremely proud. I didn't really want to show it too much, because at the end of the day, I'm proud of whatever she does. It's not just boxing. She's about to graduate. Hey, year 2021, she's about to graduate in June. So that's really one of the most important things. But for her to get past the first round, man, it was definitely man, it definitely soothed my soul, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, Zeb. It made me feel real good. We've been working hard. We were in camp. Shit, man, we've been in camp since COVID started. So we've been grinding, man. We've been grinding, and like I tell her, with anything that you do, it's gonna pay off. Whenever you decide to cut corners, that's when your house fall down.
Hey, Coach, let me ask you: after this nationals, do you see a spark in your daughter?
Yeah,
like a different spark,
yeah. It's like it's like something that I never seen before, because I knew it was gonna come. you know, as you know, with boxing, and just like it's just that moment. It takes a certain moment for it to click, to really understand, like, damn, this is what I'm capable of, and it was just like, yeah, like now, like, but I've always told her that. I always told her, it's like a switch, man. It's like a on and off. As soon as you get, as soon as you know that you got to fight and it's time for war, you got to go into a whole different mindset. You got to feel like you ready to die for that shit. You know what I mean? You got to be ready to die, because at the end of the day, with or without headgear, as you know, all the coaches around the country know, all the fighters around the country know, all the pros around the country know, around the world, everybody know. With or without headgear, this shit dangerous, bro.
Very much so.
Real dangerous. So that sparkle in her eye after we won, it was like, damn, yeah, it's about to start clicking. And now that I know that it's starting to click, she's gonna be hard to beat, man.
Oh, how was it at the show in Atlanta winning that one? The Luger
De Mayo.
The Luger de Mayo.
Yeah, man, I'm not even gonna lie. That probably, for me, I don't know about for her, but for me, it kind of almost felt even better than nationals, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, because a lot of people was talking stuff. A lot of people was like, oh, she ain't. But they was already talking. They was already talking bad about her and looking past her in nationals. Oh, that was a fluke, and she ain't gonna be able to beat her again. That was luck and all this and all that, man. And at the end of the day, it's like, man, 2 times can't be luck.
Yeah, hey, you got it. I can't say nothing. That's my niece, but you got it. You got to win.
And I know what I know what Sierra. We know what Sierra's capable of. Absolutely. We never looked past anybody. We didn't look past Aaliyah Mendes. We didn't look past Sierra. We didn't look past Faith. We don't look past nobody, bro, because as soon as you look past somebody is the day you get slid. I'm just gonna be keeping 100. You just like, boxing, man.
It's a humbling sport, because you can't take no breaks in no boxing like you can like any other sport, because you have teammates. Once you take that break, man, anything can happen, man. You get smashed, lose a life, anything can happen.
Absolutely. And once you get to looking past somebody, man, they'll shock you. And we were there just to fight. And that's what we wanted. We wanted to fight. We wanted to fight. We wanted to fight until we became national champions, and like JJ said earlier, we didn't get the decision. She was drained. We're not gonna make excuses. Faith won. Faith was the better fighter that night. And we'll just keep it moving. And congratulations to her and her family. And we just got to keep it moving, and we'll be back.
I know you're looking forward to the JOs.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
Before we wrap it up, JJ, I gotta ask, as a teenage girl in today's society, man, what's some of the issues that y'all deal with that parents might not know about?
Boys, girls, social media.
Not being able to do shit because of the
Is bullying still a big thing?
Yes, it actually is. I just seen this girl that was getting bullied, actually.
How do you handle situations like that?
I try to stick up for people that get bullied, because I don't like kids that get bullied.
Oh, wow. Man, that's a great thing right there, man. I root for you. You have such a great spirit, man. A great father over there, man. That's behind you, and I'm be following you to see the things that you're doing, man. And good luck at the JOs.
Thank you.
Hey, Pops, I truly appreciate you giving me the opportunity.
Hey, Zeb, no, man. Like I said, thanks again for the platform. I watch as much of you as I can. You're doing a real good job. The questions that you ask are very, they're on point. They definitely make you think about some stuff. And yeah, man, just keep pushing, um, and just keep doing your thing, man, and keep setting the platform for the amateurs. We'll be around for a while, man. So just tune in. There's gonna be more to come for
Oh
sure.
yeah, I'll be seeing y'all in person at one of them shows soon. Cause I'm trying to get around the country, man. So I definitely see y'all.
All right, man, thanks.
Like I said, congratulations on everything you're doing. Hey, Pops, if anything y'all got going on, like with tournaments and stuff, and you win anything, just tag me in it so I can share.
Yeah, for sure, we will, man. Thanks.
All right, man. I truly appreciate it. Thank
Hey,
you,
I appreciate it. Hey, man, stay safe and stay blessed, Deb.
All right, take care.
All right, God bless, brother.
All right. All right, there you have it, JJ Smith. Man, I'm out here, man, the dog in the rain out here, man. But the hustle don't stop, man. I truly appreciate everyone tuning in to On the Ropes, even though I'm in the dark right now in the car in the pouring rain, man. But I appreciate everyone with the support. On the Ropes, I'm out.